Alright, welcome on back to Greedfall. We're going to pick up where we left off, helping the natives with the Inquisition. That clearly seems to continue to be a problem.
If other sons come here, they'll burn me.
No, they won't, because I'm going to shoot them.
This letter mentions a secret camp. Apparently our man was involved in its creation. It also talks about a chest he would have had, in the quarters of the Order, here in San Mateus. We may find clues there that will allow us to discover the location of the camp. If this chest exists, there must be a key. It has to be here. Let's continue searching.
Okay, we found the key. It's back here. No, it's changing. Okay.
It's a key. Most likely the key to a chest, with the emblem of the Ordo Luminis. I don't think we'll find anything else here. Let's leave and see what this chest contains.
Huh. I think I'm going to pick up Father Petrus.
Hey,
Of course.
Who are you? And what are you doing in Father Claudius's home?
De Sardet. I'm the legate of the congregation.
My colleague has been away for the last few days. May I know exactly what it is about your status as a diplomat that gives you the right to enter his home in his absence?
My status is the reason why the Mother Cardinal asked me to investigate. She wants to know where Father Claudius might have disappeared to. I offered to go to his home to see if I could find some information, hence why I'm here.
Really? Well, I find that very strange. Why would the Mother Cardinal ask that some strangers who do not belong to our order try to find him?
Maybe the fall from grace of your superior, Father Domitius, has something to do with it. Who can blame the Mother Cardinal for being distrustful?
I'll leave you to your investigations.
That's a good idea. I hope I don't see you again, Father.
I doubt this sly, bitter man believed your lies. We'll probably see him again.
We should make use of this moment of respite to go visit the quarters of the Order and find the chest there. There shouldn't be too many people left anyway, after what happened.
Yeah, I should have had Father Petrus. Maybe I need to have Father Petrus and Kurt. That'll be interesting. So let's pair them up instead of her. There we go. Yeah, when Sierra kind of said that, that was the indication for us as the players that she shouldn't be the one on this quest. Back here again. See how many more people want to give us some problems. Huh. Huh. I'll tell you what, these Order Luminous, these Inquisitors are starting to get a bit to be much.
Thanks to these documents, we'll be able to show the natives where the conversion camp is, and the times when new prisoner convoys will get there too.
I hope the warriors will find a discreet way to set their comrades free. Attacking a camp of the Order could quickly turn into a slaughter for both sides.
Huh. Alright. Well, let's go sell some stuff we don't need.
Come closer. Don't hesitate. All of our products are a blessing from the Enlightened. We supply the Don't hesitate to have a rummage around. I'm sure...
I always forget what he has on his armor. Let's go ahead and sell them. Although, helmet resistance 2, what does he get with these? Nothing. So we'll keep those. Oh, yeah. Magic. Element damage. Ooh, I'm going to need some more of those. So, might be throwing the magic bombs. So I get some stuff up. I don't really use that. Swiftness, yes. Balance, yes. Greater, yeah. Yeah. Wow. Quite a bit. I might need that for magic bombs. Let's see. I know I don't need that many, so 45 of these can go. Okay. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Yep. Yep.
Goodbye.
Alright.
May the enlightened always keep you in his divine.
I usually don't use stasis potions, but I like to have them just in case they're there. There we go. Ah, so I don't. I use expensive fungus. This is by far the easier one to make. I'm surprised my guy's not hallucinating with the amount of sleep we haven't got. So, yeah. Make sure nothing's respawned. Nope. Okay. Just checking.
So, did you discover anything?
I did. I found some information that should allow you to locate the conversion camp. And I also found a note about a prisoner convoy coming soon.
Why come and tell us all of this if your intention is just to betray us?
Betray you? How so?
You're not the ones this so-called legate betrayed. We are. And that a missionary as eminent as you has helped him, Petrus. I would never have thought it possible.
The Ordo Luminis is prepared to start waging a merciless war against the natives, with the sole purpose of converting them in a secret camp which is nothing but a torture room. And you dare to show such disdain towards me? I take it as a compliment.
This camp is our only chance to ensure that the word of Saint Matthias is respected on this pagan island. You threw my brothers in jail cells, and now you would like to put an end to our work? You are nothing but servants of the insular demons, and you will pay for your blasphemies. We will fight these monsters by your side, Onol Menawi.
May the enemy protect me in this battle!
And death to the others! Move away! Things are about...
Thank you.
You don't have to thank me. These men were our enemy. The monsters torturing my people.
It would be best if nobody in Teleme caught wind of our involvement in this matter. Even though the actions of the Order are very questionable, we might be held responsible for these men's deaths.
You're right, Father. It would be regrettable if this matter were to put our alliance in jeopardy.
Do not worry about it. We won't tell them.
And we will make these bodies disappear. Nobody will ever know what happened to them.
Except for our Mal, of course. Queen Deirdre will be grateful to you for helping us.
She might also have a better opinion of us. Our last encounter was a bit tense.
You first came in the name of the Moin Shakers. But she'll change her tone after what you've just done. In any case, do not worry about this camp. She will not let our people be imprisoned. She may even ask for your help in destroying it.
Perhaps. In the meantime, please give her my regards.
Bertir Tumad on all Menawi. And thanks again.
Well, that was quick, simple, and to the point. All the bodies disappeared. I am so sad. Well, let's take a look and see what we have for quests then. All these. Yeah, see, I would love to have the setup to do a live stream or an extremely extended playthrough, because there's just so much to go through and set up the camps and explore. We could go do that. It'd be amazing, but we don't have that. Let's start Trouble in Eden. See where that takes us. And I need to make sure I go the right way. A lot of running around. A lot of dead space to fill. Travel. Alright, where are we going? Huh. Okay. Sorry, the little foxes do make me chuckle when they see us and you don't have any intention towards them.
What an astounding place.
It is the village of Eden the Cardinal Mother told you about. The place where natives and priests live together. I must admit that I'm curious to see it.
All that's left to do is to find Father Justinius.
Huh. We'll find that as we go. Yeah, see, all it takes is one leader with a slightly different mindset, and you can have something that everybody can live with, literally.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith, harmony, and civilization in these wild lands.
Thank you. Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Father Justinius. Delighted. And what may I do for you?
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing the holy word from us.
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
I wonder what really happened when the missionaries came to settle here.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence.
Okay, so I'm going to need my 2 magic users. I've just got that feeling. Perfect. Very nice. Well, we're going to do something we don't very do often. We're going to get some sleep. Start out in the morning. There we go. All right. Which is my time. I love mornings. Not real fond of the evening. Never have been. I always try to go to bed early so I can get up early and enjoy the morning. There's just, for me, there's just something about when the sun's rising, it's the stillness, and all the little creatures of nature start stirring and thanking the day for the night that they have survived. It's to me, it is quite amazing, actually. Brings a little bit of serenity in the morning. Okay, let's go ahead and check the order of this to make sure that we're doing the mission correctly. Learn the story about Eden. So we'll do that first.
I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. She's our supervisor.
Well, thank you so much for that. Wonderful, wonderful conversation.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed the one described in the writings. And then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived here?
Most of them were not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of Saint Matthias. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
I've learned one thing. Since my aunt, she's now a nurse practitioner, but before that, she was a history professor at Ball State. And one thing that I've learned from her is that superstitions have a grain of truth or events behind them. So once you start looking at into the history of it, you're actually surprised what you will really find. And I always enjoy talking to her a lot, and still do. So let's dig into this a little bit and see what these, quote, superstitions may really be.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vedlug, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will certainly prove to be useful. I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Wow, okay.
I imagine someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't have taken the task that seriously. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
Okay.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to San Matthias later. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information as possible. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to, but I couldn't find any traces of forced entry.
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Oh, alas. I'm afraid there are many suspects. These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug may have wanted to take them away from us. Or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Well, thank you for these pieces of information.
I am the one who should be thanking you. Especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets for us.
Thank you. I will let you work.
Of course. All right.
Greetings. Desade. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. Back then, there were still some pagan natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders. We must bring the light to this island.
You talked about a mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia here, but my superior is Bishop Domitius. Our mission is to banish pagan cults and convert the entire population to the light. The island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Ptolemy, since the god of light offered it to our founder.
If your superior's Domitius, you are a member of the Ordo Luminis. I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the missionaries. They usually do not get along.
The Order goes everywhere the light needs to be revealed.
You have a very unique way of seeing things. I doubt everyone accepts it.
Still, they need to respect the beliefs because the natives were here first. From what I'm hearing, St. Matthew's came here to learn from them. So, we're getting into some big gray areas here.
How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them about Saint Matthias, but they were very reluctant to give us any answers. We were also trying to educate them. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. Most stubborn against our teachings, the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. They eventually left, and it has proved nothing but a blessing for us. I would like to go back to work now, if you don't mind.
Of course. According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
Here we go.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here. And the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, he likes to point fingers quite often, don't they?
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we can make out of them.
You never know. You never know, because profit or being rich is a very, very high motivator.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where the theft took place.
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter, anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things. I will leave you to your work. Goodbye.
I don't think she's going to cause a ruckus. You think she's going to. My personal opinion. I really think these tablets are going to give them a rude awakening to a few things. Saves over here. Hopefully I don't skip something. Oh, I thought there were stairs there. Guess not. Behind a mask. Interesting.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello. Desade. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onol Menawi among the Logead Blau. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
I've heard a lot of things about this village of Eden, but I'd like to hear your version.
I'm not sure I have the answers to all of your questions, but I'll try.
Tell me about the arrival of the people of Teleme, and how you received them.
The priests were roaming around the village. They were saying that it was the place where their saint had lived. They were asking questions, talking about the Lloyd and all these things. One morning they were building houses next to ours. And we had new neighbors.
The priests told me that they had managed to convert you. How did that happen?
As long as we refused to listen to them, they were violent, and they destroyed some of our sanctuaries. So we let them talk. And now that they think that we love their god, they leave us alone. Some of the things they say are beautiful, and their magic is impressive. But we do not forget our spirits.
One of the theologians told me that you had helped them in their research.
They wanted to find tracks of the old sage, of the one they call Saint Matthäus, and they were rummaging through everything. Our Donegad did not want to tell them anything, because the old sage is sacred here. But since they violently interrogated everyone, I thought it wise to guide them to the place where the stones were.
Here we go.
What happened to your warriors? Why did they have to leave the village?
They did not accept the presence of the priests and their questions. They tried to retake the village. They even asked Deirdre, the chief of Vedlug, for her help. So, the priests called the Soul Lasser, the Burning Suns, and they killed many of them. I asked for peace, and the others left us. They wanted to join Vedlug. Perhaps they have done so.
Aren't you angry after all that happened?
No. I mourn those who died, of course, and the Vorstyrent. But this village may be our opportunity.
Your opportunity for what?
For the Renaigse to understand who we are. Not savages, nor monsters, but men. Perhaps wiser than they are.
That's a fair point. Trying to gain understanding.
I have to go.
Like so many others.
Ugh. Abandonment issues. Let's loot his stuff. See if we can aggravate him. That's how we can just walk in and take his stuff. They just stand there. All right. I really do like the carved stone pictures that they have, or containers.
Father.
I'm glad to see you, my child. What can I do for you?
Tell me about how you created this village.
We did not create it from the ground up. It was built around an existing native village. The islanders called it Vigsenagad, which translates to the village of the old sage. We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory of Saint Matthias, and everything here fit the description of Saint Lucius. The discovery of the tablets proved us right. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the spirit of peace and harmony which is described in the scriptures.
Why share this village with the natives?
To replicate and resume the work of our founder, of course. If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then it is our duty to do the same thing. By living side by side with them, it is much easier for us to pass on our teachings.
Convert them. What if it was the other way around and he was learning from them?
How well do you get along with the natives who live here?
Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence left.
Left? To go where?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Those who stayed are on the path of enlightenment. Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped to convince them.
And how well have neighboring villages welcomed you?
With some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. So, we sent them missionaries. There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Vedlug, a highly violent village of heretics. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting to listen to the sacred word.
There are no Onol Manawi and no warriors here either. Did they all leave?
Perfect harmony takes time, my child. I have no doubt that one day we will manage to convince your kind to convert. But, in the meantime, we must settle for the miracle of great coexistence that this place already represents. Nobody thought we could live side by side with your people. And yet...
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened always keep you in their divine blessing.
I knew that the story would be more complex than we'd been told.
The priests separated this village into two parts. The exiles must be broken-hearted, having left their clan behind.
Had they been wiser and accepted their new neighbors, they'd never have been forced to leave.
Either way, the resentment here is strong enough for a theft to occur.
That's why I brought those two along. They see both sides of this. I see both sides of this. And they're not truly in harmony if they do not have the Dawn and Nagad or the warriors. So we need to find them. Oh, here we go.
There is only one entrance and the door shows no evidence of a break-in.
This priest, Virgil, said that the night was calm. So calm that he probably fell asleep. So, the thieves only had to take the key from him.
It's very likely that that's what happened, but someone must have informed them. It can't be a coincidence that they decided to steal it during the watch of the only neglectful guard.
You think that the one who told them is in this village?
We know that this theft could be an act of vengeance by the natives who were forced to leave here. They must still have allies in the village, family or friends. We should go talk to the chief of the natives. He will certainly know who is close to the exiles, and enough about the researchers to inform them.
Huh. Okay. Now, I think they kind of had a good reason to take the tablets if they're only going to see one side of this instead of what was truly written. I'm still waking up.
You have returned on Almanawi. Do you need something else?
I think I know who stole the tablets.
Really?
I believe those who were exiled from your village seek vengeance because the missionaries forced them to leave. They must have taken the tablets with the help of someone else who stayed here.
You may be right, but you may also be wrong.
Yeah, that's going to work really great. Let's threaten him with the Inquisition. Yeah, yeah, and yeah.
You do well to tell me what you know. Once the priests have reached the same conclusions as I have, how do you think they will interrogate you?
You're probably right. The Inquisitors would come back, and my people would suffer. I do not want to break the peace that I did all I could to make. I think the name of the woman you are looking for is Vindwal. She helps the priests who seek the old sage.
If she's helping the priests, why would she betray them now?
Her son is one of the warriors who had to leave the village. He is filled with anger and fury. If you go talk to her, please, do not hurt her. She is but a mother who acted according to her son's wishes.
I have no intention of hurting her, but things may not be so simple when it comes to her son.
I certainly
I
hope
have to go.
not.
Like so many others.
They could have really changed his lines a little bit there. Extreme abandonment issues.
Greetings. Are you Vindwal?
Bird Teer, Tumad. Yes, that is me. What do you want?
What can you tell me about Lair, your former leader?
He is a man of peace. Some people dislike him. Not me. Everything he did to save the village. But I think the Mind Shakers made him forget what we are. He almost speaks like them now.
Listen, I know you helped the exiles to steal the tablets of Saint Matthias.
No, this is not true. It wasn't me.
There's no point in denying it. I know you did it for your son who had to leave the village.
If you know that, then you know that I don't have the tablets. So what do you want from me?
Say, there we go. Intuition's paying off.
The only means of alleviating the situation with Ptolemy is to give the priests their tablets back. So, if you don't want your son to suffer their wrath, it would be best if I could retrieve them discreetly.
Bran and the rest of the exiles are hiding in the woods, beyond the stone circle. If you want to take the tablets away from them without being seen, do not take the path on the left. It is riddled with traps. And please, do not hurt my son.
Do not take the path on the left. So, we'll try and figure this out. That didn't turn out too well for him. Okay. So do not take the path to the left. So it looks like that path is to the left, so maybe this one?
Protect me in this battle! Our enemies.
Boy, I'm taking a lot of hits here. Come on. Yes, I figured that one out. Throwing a lot of bombs there. We still got to figure out path, which one the path to the left is. Well, we're going to take a look at this. I'm also going to take a look at the map. Okay, this one goes path to the left. Either way, we're going to have to go left, so we'll loop ourselves around here and go that way. So it looks like there's a drop down here. I don't remember exploring all of this, but okay. Oh, either way. Let's take a look at this. So that's maxed out. Then we're going to work on this next. And we have one skill point. Okay, that's right. I wanted to go for the bombs here. Increases the effect of the bomb. There we go. Alright. So let's keep going this way. Yeah. Map. Yeah, swampy area. Oh, hey. We found another one. All right. Let's take a look at our supplies here. $305. We got plenty of ammo. Plenty of alchemy mix. And I will try to hit the right buttons. Plenty of this. What am I supposed to make here? Okay. Okay. So I really didn't make anything, but at least we found a campsite here. And with that, we'll go ahead and stop here so we can, well, first I'll grab the goodies in the next episode. Anyway, we're going to stop right here and go ahead and keep picking up on the path, and we'll make sure we don't go on the path on the left. So hopefully we can figure that one out. See y'all later.